Let's get something straight right now. You don't get stronger for free. You don't get discipline for free. You don't get respect, confidence, or freedom for free. There is a price, and that price is pain. Not fake pain, not dramatic pain, real pain. Early mornings when your body is begging you to stay down. Late nights when your mind is screaming for comfort. Training when you're tired. Working when no one is watching. Holding the line when quitting would be easier. That pain, that's the invoice. Most people try to negotiate it. They ask for discounts. They look for shortcuts. They hope someone else will pay it for them. Doesn't work. Pain doesn't negotiate. Pain doesn't care about your mood. Pain doesn't care about your excuses. You either pay it or you live weak. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. You're already paying pain. Everyone is. The question is what kind? Pain of discipline, or pain of regret, pain of effort, or pain of embarrassment, pain now or pain later, because pain doesn't disappear, it just changes form, and the ones who win, they choose the pain that builds them. That's the price. Pay a why people think pain is the enemy. Wrong. Comfort is. Comfort is soft, comfort is quiet. Comfort feels harmless, and that's why it kills progress. Comfort tells you, you worked hard enough. You can start tomorrow. You deserve a break. And one break becomes a habit. One excuse becomes a lifestyle. Comfort doesn't attack you. It seduces you. And every time you choose it, you get weaker. Slowly. Silently. That's why discipline feels painful at first. You're breaking an addiction. Comfort addiction. The gym hurts because your body is used to comfort. Focus hurts because your mind is used to distraction. Consistency hurts because your habits are weak. That pain isn't punishment. It's withdrawal. And if you push through it, something happens, the pain fades, strength replaces it, confidence shows up, comfort never gives you that. P-A-I-N-A-S, now T-H-E-R-O-B-L-M, pain is information. It tells you where you are weak. It tells you what needs work. It tells you where growth is required. Weak people run from that message. Strong people listen. Pain in the gym. You found the edge. Pain in discipline. You found the gap. Pain in life. You found responsibility. The mistake people make is trying to eliminate pain instead of using it. Pain is a signal. Adapt or stay the same. And staying the same is the most painful option long term. You don't fear pain because it hurts. You fear pain because it exposes you. And exposure is uncomfortable good. That's where growth lives. And motivation is borrowed energy. It fades. Discipline is owned. It stays. Pain is the payment that turns motivation into discipline. Anyone can feel motivated when music is loud and life is easy. That doesn't count. What counts is action when motivation is gone. That's where pain shows up. That's where most people quit. And that's why most people stay average. Earned strength comes from showing up anyway. Tired, show up. Uninspired, show up. Doubtful, show up. Pain becomes proof. Proof you didn't rely on feelings. Proof you relied on standards. That's real confidence. TT chose to O off QITTI. Let's talk about the pain nobody wants to face. The pain of quitting. Because quitting doesn't feel painful at first. It feels like relief. But relief is temporary. What comes next? Regret. Self. Doubt. Loss of self-respect. And that pain lasts longer than any workout ever will. Quitting trains weakness. Every time you quit, your mind remembers. Next time gets easier to quit. And easier. And easier. Until pain isn't even required anymore. You quit automatically. That's expensive. And you pay it every day. DICPINPAOIS-ENADVNCE. Here's the deal. Discipline charges you up front. Early mornings, cold starts, uncomfortable reps, but discipline pays dividends. Energy, clarity, self-respect, freedom. Pain delays payment. Discipline accelerates it. That's why disciplined people walk differently, talk differently, live different. They already paid. Start now. No excuses. Choose the pain that builds you. P-I and S-I-D-N-T-I-T-Y. You don't avoid it. You become someone who uses it. At some point, pain stops being something you deal with and starts being something you own. That's the shift. Weak minds treat pain like an emergency. Strong minds treat it like a tool. You don't need to romanticize it. You don't need to talk about it. You don't need to post it. You just accept it as part of the contract. Training hurts. Focus hurts. Responsibility hurts. Good. If it didn't, everyone would be elite. Identity is built when you stop asking, is this painful? And start asking, is this required? When pain becomes expected, it loses power. When it's expected, it's manageable. When it's manageable, it's repeatable. That's how identity is forged. not in moments of hype. In moments of pressure you didn't run from. Stoddards, OVR fel INGS. So why emotion is a liability, feelings are unreliable. They change with sleep. They change with food. They change with weather. Standards don't. If you're letting feelings decide your actions, pain will always win, because pain is louder than motivation. Standards silence that noise. I train at this time. I work until the task is done. I don't quit. No negotiation. That's not rigidity. That's freedom. Freedom from excuses. Freedom from inconsistency. Standards reduce chaos. Chaos is exhausting. Discipline is efficient. Set the standard. Meet the standard. Repeat. Voluntaras FI boil dus coalardas carels. Why you must choose hard things. Here's a truth most people avoid. If you don't choose hard things, life will choose them for you. And life doesn't care about timing. Voluntary suffering builds control. Cold mornings, heavy lifts, uncomfortable conversations, long hours of focus. You're teaching your mind one lesson. I decide pain no longer dictates behavior. That's power, not dominance over others, dominance over self. And that control transfers. Gym pain makes life pain smaller. Discipline pain makes chaos manageable. Choose your suffering. Only outcome. THQI power OF COSI satensi wise. Why loud effort fails? Big promises are loud. Consistency is quiet. Pain tests consistency. Anyone can push hard once. Few can show up again tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after that. Consistency doesn't look impressive in the moment, but it compounds. While others are recovering from burnout, you're building momentum. While others are searching for motivation, you're executing. Consistency turns pain into progress. Not overnight, over time. That's the price most people won't pay. PYDILOR, por favor. There is no free option. Here's the final reality check. You're going to pay pain either way. Daily pain. Training discipline, focus, accountability, or lifetime pain, regret, weakness, self-doubt, missed potential. There is no third option. One builds you, the other breaks you. And the bill always comes. Pay daily, pay intentionally. Pay with purpose. That's how you stay ahead. SIGNTN VOICEs. Standing ovation conclusion. Listen. Pain isn't personal. It's professional. It's the cost of entry for strength, confidence, and freedom. You don't complain about prices you're willing to pay. You pay them. You don't argue with reality. You adapt to it. This is the invoice for the life you say you want. Discipline signed it. Consistency enforces it. Action pays it. So stop asking if it's worth it. It is. Stand up, do the work, accept the pain, because pain is the price, and you're ready to pay it. Listen to me carefully now. This is the part where most people want comfort. They want relief. They want reassurance. They want someone to tell them it's okay to slow down. That's not what you're getting, because the truth is simple, and it's heavy pain is the price. Not someday, not later, right now, and you already know this. You felt it in your lungs when you pushed past the easy reps. You felt it in your mind when quitting whispered your name. You felt it when discipline demanded action and comfort begged you to stop. That moment, that tension, that resistance, that's the toll gate. And every time you hesitate, life charges interest. Here's what weak people never understand. Pain doesn't disappear when you avoid it. It compounds. Avoid the gym. Your body pays. Avoid responsibility, your future pays. Avoid discipline, your confidence pays. And the worst part, you still feel pain, just without progress. That's the scam. Discipline hurts once. Regret hurts every day. And most people choose regret because it feels cheaper in the moment. But you're not most people. If you were, you wouldn't still be listening. This is where identity is decided, not by words, not by motivation, by what you do after this video ends. Because motivation fades. Pain stays, and disciplined people don't fear that. They use it. They understand something most never will. Pain is proof you're alive. Pain is proof you're pushing. Pain is proof you're earning something real. You don't complain about the burn when muscles grow. You don't argue with gravity when lifting weight. You accept the resistance. Life works the same way. Every strong person you admire paid this price quietly. No applause, no shortcuts, no excuses. They paid early so they wouldn't pay forever. And now it's your turn, right now. Not tomorrow morning, not next week, not when you feel ready. Ready is earned after action. You don't wait for pain to leave. You move with it. That's discipline. That's why disciplined people walk differently, talk differently, carry themselves differently. They're not lighter because life is easier. They're lighter because they dropped excuses. Excuses are heavy. Pain is honest. Pain tells you the truth about who you are and who you could be. And here's the final reality check. No soft edges. If you don't choose pain voluntarily, life will assign it to you randomly. Illness, failure, loss, regret. Those pains don't ask permission. But training pain, discipline pain, effort pain, those are chosen. And chosen pain builds control. Control over your body, control over your mind, control over your direction. That's freedom. Not comfort, not ease, freedom. The freedom to trust yourself, the freedom to keep promises to yourself, the freedom to know that no matter how hard things get, you can handle it. That confidence isn't motivational, it's earned, one rep at a time, one decision at a time, one hard day at a time. So when you wake up tomorrow and it feels heavy, good, that weight means you're alive. That resistance means you're building something. Don't complain about the price. Sign the invoice, sign it with sweat, sign it with focus, sign it with discipline, and then execute. No speeches, no announcement, no excuses, just work. Because pain is the price, and you are done trying to avoid it. You pay it, you own it, you move forward anyway. Get up, get after it, and never ask for a discount again.